Welcome to The Lens with me, Sarah Travers. The Lens is a business in the community podcast in partnership with One Young World. And in this special episode, we're bringing the voices of future leaders from around the world to you live from this year's One Young World Summit in Belfast. With passions for changing the world through education, people development, mental health and environmental improvements, the leaders of tomorrow tell us why they've come to the One Young World Summit and what they are personally doing to make a real and lasting difference. Please do enjoy this one-off special episode.
Hi everybody, my name is Josepha and I'm working for Bayer AG in the pharmaceutical division for oncology for Europe, Middle East and Africa. So I'm a returning ambassador actually, and I was so excited about the possibility to come back to this year's One Young World, and I'm here to get inspired but then also to really see how we as a collective force, as the youth of today and tomorrow, can create a positive impact for future generations to come. In my job, I'm actually looking at what kind of strategic outlooks there is for the oncology division, and then see how do we translate this into operative action for our team. I'm passionate about bringing the best medication to patients, really having a positive impact on their lives. This is what I do in my day job, and then outside I'm having an NGO together with my brother in Mozambique, and there we are looking at fostering the intersection of green energy, education and menstrual equity.
My name is Mo and I work for Kirsten Dior, and I come from Austria, so I identify as Austrian and as Nigerian. My company asked me to come, and I think it took me like the entire weekend to bask in the joy of being asked to represent Kirsten Dior, and I'm still kind of like wondering how they made the decision, which I'm very happy about, because this is me. This is like the essence of who I am, what happens here. In 2010, I started my own fashion label, and from 2012 until I joined Kirsten Dior, I've always been very active in social change in Nigeria. Worked with orphanages, with public schools, helping with education, also using fashion as a means to, help underprivileged children. I remember doing shows for God's Talents and Voice and all the shows, and I used to do the entire wardrobe. And I used to have a lot of fabric left over, and I would talk to the directors and take these fabrics after the shows and make clothes for kids who come from really rural areas. Kids, I'm talking about, I don't know if sometimes we can even relate to that. I'm talking about kids who have one t-shirt per year, and they just wash it, and when it's torn they still wear it, and when it's broken they still wear it, because that's all they've got. And the joy of making a child like that a brand new dress, and it's indescribable, and I know that we have topics like health that are a lot more important and all that, but if you put yourself in the shoes of a little child, there's just so much beauty in getting a new garment that was just made for you. And my ultimate dream is to go back to Africa and to have a campus where underprivileged children, especially the orphan child, can get education free of charge. This is my dream. So I must have communicated it at some point, which is why maybe Kirsten Dior said, okay, Mo, we're going to send you there. And when I did my final project at the university, I worked a lot on sustainability. I traveled to Mali, I traveled to Nigeria, and I worked with the older generation who use natural colors to create beautiful garments, and we still hand weave cotton, and that's just so beautiful, because for me that's what secularity really means. But unfortunately that's dying out, because now we all just wear jeans and just buy cheap clothing, and so there's so much to take in, and I'm so happy to be here.
My name is Parveen Punjabi. I am from Panama and I work for the Ministry of Environment in Panama. I am here at One Young World because I believe that we, young people, can make a change to have a better life and have a better future for our future generations. I am passionate about eliminating the gap between the private sector and the public sector, and merging the social activism with the government, so we can just work together with the same objective to eliminate the challenges and tackle climate change, tackle education, tackle food crisis, and create a better impact in our world.
Hi, my name is Alina and I work for Bayer, Ukraine. I locate in Ukraine, in the capital Kyiv. So I'm here to get inspiration from other cool people who inspire, who make us to move, to create better life, to empower others and to be empowered by others. Basically, for me, peace and reconciliation will change the world, because in Ukraine we have war now, and peace and reconciliation closely connect with mental health, food crises, and so on. So firstly, I am on and I'm for peace.
My name is Rez Gardi. I'm a refugee. My family's Kurdish, but we were resettled in New Zealand. I wanted to connect with other young people to see what kind of issues they're working on and get inspiration for the work that we're doing, because I think most of the challenges that we face are interconnected, and finding ways to bridge across the different issues and not work in silos. For me, peace is really important. My family fled genocide and I'm a human rights lawyer, so the work that I've mostly been focusing on is human rights work and trying to achieve peace and stability for people.
My name is Polina. I'm working in Bayer and located in Moscow, Russia. It's first time I'm here and I've never heard about One Young World before, but I hope I'm here to have a great opportunity to change something in probably my country, or less in my company, or with my colleagues and friends in my environment, social environment. I think what things I can do is focus on mental health problem, because on current political situation I see that lots of people have mental disorder according to this all stress and war. So lots of my friends have antidepressants currently, and I hope that I can do something for destigmatization of that mental issues.
My name is Tejveer Singh Goraya. I'm originally from India, but I work for PwC Ireland, and I work in the Dublin office. I'm here to represent PwC Ireland at One Young World in Belfast. I'm joined with 5 colleagues. Each of us represent each line of service under PwC. I'm particularly from the tax line of service. I'm really passionate about climate change and sustainability, and that's one of the goals that PwC is trying to achieve as well. PwC is heavily invested in ESG initiatives, and I've taken part previously in multiple sustainability initiatives in Ireland as well. And I'm here at One Young World to learn more about what's happening in the global scenario in terms of sustainability and ESG, and then try to implement that back from where I'm from.
My name is Catarina Osseni. I represent Portugal and I live in Lisbon, and I'm representing and I'm working for Novartis. I feel that One Young World represents my heritage and the values I pursue, because I am Portuguese and I was born in Portugal, but my family from my mother's side and from my dad's side, they are from other countries, Portuguese ex-colonies, and I saw in One Young World some hope and an opportunity to meet other colleagues from those countries, to connect with them and to see what I can do as one of the leaders of tomorrow to change the reality of those countries. One of my passions is mental health. So during the pandemic, I started to understand how important mental health is, especially for us, the youth, because we are in different stages of our lives, but we want to have a role model. We want to be inspired. We want to inspire other people, and we spend so much time alone and so much time far from these inspirations that I feel that mental health started to be a very big issue. And so this year in Portugal I joined a project called Next Generation in English, but in Portuguese it is called Próxima Geração, which is basically an academia for 30 young people who wants to make a difference once again in the world or in Portugal. And in the final part of this academy, we did a project. Mine was in mental health. Together with other colleagues, we wanted to create a public policy to change the law in order to have a more inclusive mental health approach in our country. So I saw One Young World as an opportunity to know more about mental health and to know more about what can we do regarding this issue.
My name is Cassandra Price. I work for Bayer and I'm located in Canada. One Young World is really important because it's a meeting of the minds to inspire people who work at NGOs, who are in education, who work for big corporations, so we can all come together and tackle the world's largest problems from different perspectives and build each other up and inspire great change in the world. I think when we're talking about personal passions and inspiration, it starts with empathy and experience. When I was 14 years old, I did something called the 30-hour famine. And I realized in my life, I have never gone 30 hours without eating. I've always had food security. I have never had to think about where my next meal is going to come from. But parts of the world, they're not capable of self-actualization because they're hungry. They're focusing on basic needs. And I think the more that we can understand other people's perspectives in this global community that we're all a part of, the more power we have to be inspired to enact change and to make sure that the resources that we have are distributed in a fair and equitable way.
You've been listening to The Lens with me, Sarah Travers. Please download, share and rate this latest episode. And if your business would like help to become more responsible and indeed change the world, please visit www.bitc.org.uk. Thank you for listening and tune in next time.